Every successful business has a story that people know and another that people don't. The late nights, the tears, the sweat, the mistakes, the failure, the wins, the success stories. To uncover all of these decisions, challenges, and breakthroughs that actually drive growth, Ecobank Nigeria presents to you Scaling Up. We're bringing together founders, creators, and industry leaders to have honest conversations about what it really takes to build, grow, and scale. No fluff, no filters, just practical stories and insights that you, yes, you can actually use. So get ready to learn, be inspired, and hear the stories and journeys behind these brands. Scaling Up, powered by Ecobank. Everybody loves the final results, the flawless makeup, the polished brand, the visibility, the aesthetic, and the success that looks effortless from the outside. But very few people truly understand what it takes to build a brand that survives beyond trends, algorithms, and moments of visibility. The consistency, the pressure, the reinvention, the systems, and the discipline it takes to keep showing up, especially in an industry that is super fast paced. Building a business is one thing, but building a brand that lasts and survives the test of time is something entirely different. Welcome to Scaling Up, powered by Ecobank. I'm your host, Maima. On this podcast, we sit with some of Africa's most influential industry leaders, builders, and creators to unpack the real stories behind the growth, impact, influence, and longevity. And today, we're diving into a conversation that every founder, creator, and entrepreneur can relate to. The topic today is building a beauty brand that lasts. How do you stay relevant in a fast-moving industry? What does it really take to build trust at that scale? And how do you evolve from simply being visible to becoming unforgettable? And honestly, I can't think of any better person to have this conversation with. Today's guest is a beauty entrepreneur, influencer, and founder who has successfully transformed visibility into business, building one of the most recognizable beauty brands within Nigeria's digital and beauty space. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the delectable Diiadem. Awesome. It's such a pleasure to have you here. I'm super excited.
Thank you so much.
So before the visibility, the beauty brand, the influence, what did the early phase of your journey really look like?
Oh my God, I feel like I've said this story like a million times already.
I know.
But I mean, when I started Beauty by AD, right, it was more like a passion for me at first, before building the business. And, I've always loved beauty, anything beauty, just call on me. Like, you see me old brushes, I'll do my stepmother's makeup anytime she's going on set because she used to be an actress. And, there was a time where I had this friend. She was going through domestic violence with then boyfriend at the time, and then she would come to my house, she would cry to me and all of that this is happening and we have to go out. I mean, we have to still look good. You cannot look like what you've been through, right? So I'll sit her down, get products, my makeup product that I used to use. I'll paint her face, just to like cover dark circles and all of that, And I just realized that I fell in love with makeup. Along the line, I trained to be a makeup artist, but it didn't work well. I got bullied along, trying to feed and all that. So, but because of the love for makeup that I had, I still have. I said, you know what, I'm not going to leave the beauty industry. I still want to do beauty. Even if I don't become a makeup artist, let me still do something. There are so many things I can actually do. I can be a product developer, which I'm already doing right now. Yeah. I can be an influencer, beauty influencer and all of that. But yeah, I started, of course, with limited resources because, I went into the business blinded. Nobody told me what it was. Social media actually helped me build like a community. So, at the time I was just, creating content, putting myself out there, being original, I was just like a social media sensation. Because when they even talk about me, oh, social media sensation, socialite, But then I realized that, okay, I have this community. Why not, turn my passion into something big and just go into this makeup business full time. So I went to church, I prayed about it, yada yada yada. I did so many, I got some funds. It was very little at the time. I said, let me just do something. Let me do something with my life. And I traveled. My God, I was almost stranded when I traveled to China. But I said to myself, like, you know what? I'm not going to go back to Nigeria empty-handed. I have to get this thing done. So I called a few people, took loans. I stayed in China for 2 weeks because even the company that I wanted to I reached out to from Nigeria. When I got there, they broke my heart. So I had to start looking for another supplier. Thankfully, I was able to find one. I visited their office. The same story that those ones told me, they told me the same thing. Like, okay, at this point, I'm not leaving. So I got it done. I paid deposits. I told them that don't worry, before the product finishes, I'll get the balance. Came back to Nigeria, I was hustling, calling people. I tried so many things. Aside, being an influencer, I tried to act, I tried to sing, I went on project. Do you know? I actually went on project spain. Yeah, I went on project spain.
What set?
I can't remember. Like I didn't get in. I didn't get in, but I went for auditions. I had auditioned for Sleek makeup brand. I had auditioned for Face of Sleek. I remember then it was Derily Edu that interviewed me, that auditioned me. I didn't get in so many times. Tried to be a model. But it didn't work. And a lot of people were just like, you just be doing everything. Got still work. This makeup thing that you've started now. Let's see. Let's give us 6 months.
It's doing well.
And see how it will go. So it took me a lot to convince people, just try me, try me. I would make this work. But nobody did. Aside my family, I mean, I love my family down. So, I had to call my cousin and say, like, sis, you know what, I need to do this thing. I need some loan. I called my dad. My dad, took some loans for me. I reached out to a friend in Ghana at the time. I used to drive the car. I reached out to my friend. He was like, you are driving a car, you need money. We need to take your car as collateral if you know you need the money. So I dropped my car. I got the loan. I was able to, pay for the deposit. So after paying for the deposit, they sent my goods, obviously. And when the goods came, I made my first 800,000 naira through Beauty by AD, like my own money. This is not what somebody gave me. My own money, my own hard work. And then I realized that, okay, this is actually something, because at the time I was still in school. I think I had a year to finish, or I had just entered school and I'd done a year already. But then I needed to still, get serious with my life. So that way I can fend for myself. I've been fending for myself since I was 14. So I needed to still, continue to do that. I can't be collecting money from men all the time. Or I have a boyfriend. My boyfriend has to be responsible for me. So as a girl, I needed to be financially free, independent. So that way I can make choices. I can live my life freely without being dependent on anyone. And that was how I started. And today we're 10 years in business.
Period. Wow. So yeah, a lot of people know how to become visible online. But building a business that actually lasts is it's a different ballgame altogether.
Yeah.
At what point did you realize you were building a brand and not just an online presence?
At what point? I would say, yeah, I agree with you. Like, I mean, you can be popular online because social media is very funny. Social media can actually make you or break you. So it now depends on how you try to, do all of these things. And so for me, I just felt like when the brand got to a point where people started trusting us, trusting our product. There are times that we'll release products, they don't even need to see a review before they actually buy into it. And I'm like, okay, at this point, I think we're getting there. And, our products started getting to customers themselves, started, recommending our products to people. We didn't have to do too much when it comes to advertising. I can count how many times I've done billboards for Beauty by AD. I can actually count. Have you actually seen?
I don't think I've ever seen a billboard.
Do you understand? And the brand is doing amazing, not just in Nigeria alone, in Africa as a whole. And right now we're even, going global because I'm not stopping. This is just like literally the beginning. So it was, for me, it was customers loyalty when I started seeing the way the roots for me, the way the roots for the brand. In fact, some people actually wrote for the brand without even knowing that I'm the owner of Beauty by Eddie. That was how good, the brand has actually grown. And yeah, the confidence is there right now, and I'm so grateful.
Awesome. What were some of the biggest mistakes you made early in business?
I think one of the very big mistake I made, and I feel like any other business owner would make in business, is staffing, right? If you employ people that do not understand your vision, obviously the business is most likely going to fail. So I think staffing for me, it was really tough, and I'm still right now. It's still very tough, but what I just try to do is I take my time. I do my interviews myself, so that way. First, I'm very hands-on. Our spirit has to even align.
Very important.
Yeah, because I have a spirit of discernment. So once I notice some kind of weird energy around you, I just like let you go. So staffing is major for me. Resources like money. It's not a mistake. It's just that I don't have it. Do you understand? I don't have, because, and when when you are limited to resources, it hinders your creativity. The times that you want to do so many things, you want to do things, but you don't have the resources to pull through. So it just hinders a lot of things. And I still feel like Beauty by Eddie is a work in progress. We're doing our best. We're getting there. But yeah, staffing is major. And another mistake that I made in my early days of, starting the brand was I didn't know how to delegate.
You wanted to do everything
I wanted to do everything myself. Yes. I wanted to do everything myself, but I now realized that I was getting burnt out like a lot. Yeah, I was overwhelmed. At times that anytime I want to release a product, I would cry and cry and cry because I already want to reach out to the photographer, videographer. Like everybody, Mark has worked with me on my set. Right? He sees how it's so, the campaigns is so crazy. You have to go online, search for trends, because the brand has to keep evolving. You can't be stagnant, because if you don't do all of these things, the brand will just be there. And the way things are right now in managing social media, things are just happening so fast, and you have to be able to keep up and match up. So yeah, staffing and not being able to delegate on time. Yeah, I realized that really late.
That's important. That's important. The beauty industry is incredibly visual and fast-paced. Has there ever been any pressure to constantly reinvent yourself just to remain relevant?
The pressure is there. Hey, have you seen Huda Beauty? Have you seen Fenty? They release products every minute.
They get customer feedback and their texts are in the lab. Let's cook this. Let's cook this.
I'm like, Auntie, chill. I'm just trying to
market. Let me sell market.
Right. So the pressure is there, and I just feel like with Beauty by AD, I always take my time to do things. And what I try to do is I follow I follow feedback a lot. I really love feedbacks. When my customers tell me, or my clients, customers, my queens, when they tell me, oh, we need this product, I like to work on what they want, because at the end of the day, those are the people I'm doing these products for. Absolutely. I'm not gonna do products because it's raining somewhere, it's doing well somewhere. I need to do what my people want, because at the end of the day, the only reason Beauty by AD is here today is because we're trying to cater. The goal is to cater for women of color like me, like you, because it's hard to get a product that actually works for our skin tone, that actually show up on our skin. Yes. Look at the beautiful makeup you have on right now. Right, I can see your blush, I can see everything, but those makeup brands, when you use them, you can hardly get, the effectiveness.
And it's largely because it wasn't curated for
women like us. So we needed to create products for us, by us. Do you understand? So, yeah. I mean, we're here now.
Awesome.
The pressure is there. I'm not going to lie. The pressure is there. But we have to just keep pushing. We have to keep doing our best.
Yeah.
Really, right now, we recently just launched 20
Yes,
Shades of
congrats
Matte
on that.
foundation.
I'm like,
Thank
there's
you.
absolutely so something I've even really struggled with as a young lady is getting my shade because my body is lighter than my face,
Yeah.
and then most times I'll just see makeup artists trying to blend my face. I'm like, no, there has to be a foundation
Now,
shade that can actually. And I'm
don't
pretty sure
worry.
I've not had time to come to the store
You
yet. When
need
I'm ready, I'm going to take
to.
like 2-3 hours,
You
sit down,
need to.
and we will test it one
You
after the
you won't even need
other.
to spend 3 to 3 hours. Once we look at you, we already know what will
What's
go well, and then once, and it's beautiful, it's breathable, it's amazing. I'm wearing it right now.
awesome?
Like amazing for our skin tones, our undertones,
And
our
our
weather,
weather,
like everything.
jinx.
And we still have foundations for our, what's it called now? Girlies that has dry skin, so that's the dew
Yes,
drop. So
yeah.
the matte wears for our oily
Oily skin
combination
girlies,
skin girlies
yeah.
like me. I'm very oily, so
Same.
yeah.
Awesome, awesome.
Thank you.
How do you separate your personal identity? Because you have a really big. I mean, you just did your 35th birthday bash. I wasn't there. Hopefully, I'll be there for the next one.
My dear, maybe it's my wedding, because
Let's
that birthday,
go.
I'm not sure I want to do that
Let's
again. The
go. No,
pressure.
but it was. I followed the step. I'm also on your snap, and I followed
Okay.
every single like you started releasing, and then it's a lot. You have a really strong personal identity out there. Like you're pushing your personal brand
Yes.
alongside your beauty brand. So how do you separate your personal identity from the public brand people see online?
Okay, so I would say at first I try to separate both brands because I wanted people to see Beauty by Eddie for Beauty by Eddie. Beauty by Eddie is still standing today because Beauty by Eddie is actually doing well without Diadem, right? And I was able to build that. I've had to, sit on somebody's makeup chair, so many people's makeup chair, that they will be talking about my brand, even when I'm the owner of the brand.
Wow.
And that's because I've been able to separate
Dissociate
both
them.
brands. But right now, I want people to see the face behind the brand, because at the end of the day, I realized that people relate to me a lot on a personal level because I've been able to share my journey. A lot of people even know me when I started, right? They follow my story, they can relate to every part of my life. So it's beautiful when they now see that, oh, this is the lady behind this amazing brand. Wow. So it just builds some sort of trust.
Equity, yeah.
Yeah, like, okay, we know the person behind the brand. Now we can trust the brand. So there are some people that don't actually trust this brand because they don't know the face behind it. But now that they see that, okay, this is the person behind the brand. Right now, my motto is, when you see me, you see the business.
Yeah, I say the business.
Yeah,
Say,
so
say the
like that's the
business.
OT. That's the OT. So I'm not trying to separate my brand with I'm not trying to separate Beauty by Eddie from the Diadem brand. If you see Diadem, you see Beauty by Eddie. If you see Beauty by Eddie, you see Diadem.
Awesome, awesome. Do you think visibility sometimes creates unrealistic expectations for entrepreneurs
Of course.
emotionally?
Of course. Like the pressure is there.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So what I always tell people is, it's okay to get that visibility that you want, but how do you use it? Do you understand? For me, people just see the old glamorous, the campaigns, the trend, that one is out there, but a lot of people don't even see the work that goes behind camera.
Yeah.
They don't see the stress of, production, manufacturing. They don't see delegation, because when you to even delegate is work, because
Yes.
I try to delegate sometimes. I'm like, can this person actually handle this thing? So if you are building a brand based on visibility only, you most likely fail, because visibility alone cannot do it,
sustain.
cannot sustain the brand. You have to be able to build a brand that has structure, has system, representation, and that way you're still maintaining your identity while at it. So visibility alone, even if you're creative, be creative, cannot sustain a brand. You have to be able to put things in place, so that way the business is successful.
Awesome, awesome.
Thank you.
Now, be honest. Have you ever posted content even though you were really exhausted, just because the algorithm is going this way and you need to jump on that trend? Have you ever done that?
Yes, they almost posted something now. I'm an Arsenal fan, but
Yeah.
not diehard. Hey, this is my guy. If you see this,
Don't worry, you're diehard. You're
okay,
diehard.
so I'm a diehard Arsenal fan.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, we won a trophy after 22
22
years.
Congrats
Clark,
to us. Congrats to us.
Oh, girl, high five. So when I saw, because we got the trophy yesterday, and I'm like, okay, so babe, like, do this, because I always talk to myself, like, why not just do a flyer? I went to watch their match like last year. I have my pictures, and I'll be like,
Yeah.
put put a picture of yourself, do a flyer, and do like 50% discount, and just
Oh,
go with the
nice.
vibe.
Nice.
But like, I've been thinking about it. I spoke with my team. What do you guys think? I was one that brought the idea. They were so excited. Oh, Miss D, let's post it. Let's post it.
Approve.
Before you know, I can't say, won't you look like we're chasing class? I don't want to allow,
Well, come on.
But like, for me, I don't know. I don't like to, when it comes to my brand, I don't like to do things that will now seem like, oh, she's cloud chasing. If it makes sense, it makes sense. Because at the end of the day, it's football, right? What's the connection? It's not something, it's not girly like that. Let's be honest with ourselves. So I just told my team, like, it's a very brilliant idea, but I don't think I want to post this.
So
Yes,
okay.
I
So
didn't
you try to
post it.
stay authentic regardless of whether
I try to stay very original.
Nice. Now you've gone from being a makeup artist. You said you've done makeup artist. You're a business owner and you're also an employer. Now, what changed mentally when you realized that you now had to think beyond gigs, that's getting your makeup artist gigs or assisting or helping around, to thinking about systems, structure, and sustainability? What changed mentally when you realized that you had to consider those things in growing your business?
Okay, because to be very honest, I just realized that all of this cannot actually build a brand. You can't build a successful brand. Oh, because you're out there. A lot of people started this business. When I started Beauty by Day, I saw so many celebrities, started a beauty brand as well, where I did today. It's not, I'm not trying to shade anybody. What I'm trying to say is your fame alone will not get you there, right? You still need to put so many things in place. Like the work, building a successful brand is actually behind the scenes.
When your daily operations feel stuck in the 90s, you know you are not scaling. Founders don't need counters, slips, or delays. They need speed, structure, and visibility. That's why we built Ecobank Business, designed for SMEs and startups that don't have time for friction. Track every inflow and outflow in real time. Manage invoices and pay bills from one dashboard. No more switching banks or juggling apps. Just seamless control. Stop operating manually. Start operating like a modern business. Ecobank Business, your growth partner. Download the Ecobank Business app today and power your next move.
Not what people see, because what people see is they see the successful campaigns, they see the sold out launches, they see all of these things, but they don't actually see the sleepless nights, the times I had to scream. If I play some of my voice notes with my manufacturers, I'm always screaming, I'm always angry. I'm sure she calls me an angry bird, because you cannot be smiling all the time. So a lot of people don't see all these things. So to build a successful brand, you need to be hands-on, like 100% off camera, on camera. So yeah, visibility again, cannot do it all.
That's my take home. That's like my key take home. So what separates beauty brands and that trend temporarily from brands that actually survive long term? What's that defining factor that helps you know that, oh, this beauty brand is going to stay long term, and then this beauty brand is just going to trend? What's that thing from your own perspective?
From my own perspective, I feel like consistency, being committed. I mean, you have to be committed to something for it to have that, I don't know the word to use. Yeah, you have to be consistent. You have to be determined. You must not have given up in your dictionary, because there are times that life will test you. You cannot give up because you've already started, right? Also, system, structure, all these things have to be in place for a brand to stay put, for a brand, because if not, you'll just be stagnant. You'll be stagnant, you won't move forward. So you have to put so many things in place for your brand to be able to stand the test of time. And for me, with Beauty by AD, it's not just about selling makeup for me. It's about representation. It's about, building confidence. It's about, building a lasting global brand out of Africa. Like, that's my goal. Like, I want to be able to build a brand, a global brand, like can stand anywhere, head to head with,
churning out
you know,
quality.
yes, because I mean that's the whole point. Building a brand, a beauty brand with so much intention, high quality products for us, made by us. Do you understand? Like, that's the
Yeah,
whole
of
point for me.
course. Awesome. Awesome. So how do you balance it? I see your content online, how you have with your daughter. Amazing relationship, by the
Yeah,
way. How
thank
do you
you.
balance being a mom, family, ambition, the business? You've complained now that staffing is another, but how do you
Yeah,
balance all of
all
these
of
factors
it.
and not lose your mind?
Okay, so how I do it, it's not easy. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, it's very easy. It's not easy at all, because when I want to be a mom hands-on, my business suffers for it. When I want to be Miss D, the CEO Beauty by AD, my family suffers for it, right? Because there are times that I need to like travel for work. My daughter is at home missing me, sending me voice notes, me doing video calls, making me feel guilty for you. So it's not easy at all. But like, what I try to do is I try to delegate. That's where that delegation comes in. If there are important things that I not so important things that I need to do, I can actually tell some people to handle it for me while I focus on something else. So I try to delegate, and I mean, I'm human. I have blood running through my veins. I'm not a robot. I'm not AI that can do everything at once. So it's not easy at all, but like delegation is just like what helps me out. And just, just live my life and try to give myself some grace.
Grace,
Times that I feel burnt out, if I don't have the energy or money to travel, I stay in my house and just jejeje mi le wa ku, mi le wa ku,
Yeah.
so yeah.
And do you think that in recent times, or even in time immemorial, do you feel like women are usually pressured, especially women that are entrepreneurs and constantly trying to show up for themselves? Do you feel like they're usually pressured to look like they're successful, even when they're going through difficult and terrible moments? Do you feel like they always have to feel the need to show up, or society pressures them to always have to feel the need to show up and come through?
Yes, I feel so, even though I can't relate,
Okay. You don't
because
let anything pressure you.
I cannot be pressured. You cannot pressure me. No matter, see, even if somebody's winning, if my friend is winning, I'm happy for you. Because if I'm not happy for you, I'm indirectly telling myself that I don't want to win. So yes, society pressures women a lot. But are you going to allow yourself to be pressured? No. Absolutely no. So for me, I can only answer and speak for myself. I don't allow myself to be pressured. I don't want to be pressured at any point. And if I feel like I'm somewhere and I'm not valued or I'm underappreciated, I like my peace of mind a lot. I walk away. I don't have energy. So I don't let the pressure face me at any. In fact, that's why, I mean, when I did my house and I put up my story, people were like, oh, people were telling me, like people that were close to me, they were telling me, people like not online people, like they were telling me that the fact that so many people has, posted housewarming videos, they've posted so many things about houses, and you never felt pressured to rush your process. That's alone, kudos to you. Like, that's determination. That's I mean, and this person that was telling me was her husband that was telling her that. So she had to tell me. I was like, yeah, because at the end of the day, if I go online and I see somebody who's opening a house, be like, so I should be pressuring myself because, oh no, I won't pressure myself. I will take my time because I already started well. The whole point is to finish well. So I don't let pressure get to me at all. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. What has entrepreneurship taught you about confidence and self-worth?
A lot. A lot. But one thing I'm going to say is that I'm financially free.
That's the goal.
Yeah, that, I mean, nothing tops that for me. Like, I'm free. I'm so free. I can afford anything I want. I can take care of my child. I'm not talking about having another child though. This one where
This
I get
particular one.
this particular one where I get I can take care of her to the best of my knowledge, and I'm very contented. Like, I'm very, very if I don't get money to buy designer, carry the one where I get. Do you understand? So yeah, it has taught me to be financially free, and I intend to stay that way.
Awesome. That's
Yeah.
the goal. That's the
Yeah.
goal. When people talk about Diadem years from now, what do you want them to really remember?
Legacy, impact. Oh, that lady, she did this when she was here. I'm literally building a brand that would eventually outlive me. I want my kids, my my
Generations.
generations to come to enjoy this, to be able to keep up with this,
Upscale it.
upscale it, do better than I've done. Yeah. So it's just legacy. I'm doing this for legacy, nothing more, not for myself only.
Awesome, awesome. So what's that major tip you will give people, women, it could be men? We're not gender, we don't restrict
Yeah,
anyone. But
yeah.
what's that major tip you will give them as they either start a business or if they want to scale up that business? What's that major advice, business advice or tip that you would give them?
Okay, I mean, it's just one thing. Start anyway. Like, you don't need to have everything figured out. Start with what you have. Start where you are, right? I started where I found myself, and look at me today. I didn't wait for millions in my account to be able to start Beauty by AD. As long as you believe in yourself and you know that you can do it, then you're good to go. Because for me, I feel like for every time you try, you give yourself an opportunity to win, right? So you have to keep trying. You'll make mistakes along the line, learn from those mistakes, pick up yourself and continue pushing. But the most important thing is for you to start.
Last one before we go into the rapid fire session. What's your thought process on failure?
It's part of life. Failure is part of life. I mean, if you don't fail, how will you win? So it's part of life. Just learn from your mistakes and just keep it moving.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you very much. We're pretty much
you.
done, but we have a session next. It's called Rapid Fire.
Okay.
Where I just ask you stuff and then you say what drops into your head first.
Okay, that's fine.
Awesome. Beauty or business?
Business. I love beauty, but please. Or both. Can I choose both?
I mean,
Okay, both.
Okay. One thing creators underestimate about entrepreneurship.
One thing creators underestimate
about entrepreneurship.
Okay, I think we'll come back to that question.
No problem. Visibility or consistency?
Consistency, visibility.
Soft life or hustle culture?
Hey, soft life.
Soft life.
Soft life. Oh, you should carry a
One thing social media glamorizes too much.
Fake life.
Fake life.
Fake life.
One thing customers underestimate about beauty businesses.
I feel like they underestimate makeup artists a lot, and it's so sad. Like when I see makeup artists, when they tell people that, oh, I'm a makeup artist, they just look at you like, oh, what's this one doing? You don't have a life. Yeah, and it makes me feel bad. But like that's gonna change. Yeah.
But the makeup artists, they bill a lot.
They bill a lot, but it's just that when you meet some people, they just don't appreciate the work. They just don't appreciate the work. I know, like, because that's my industry. I know they don't appreciate these people. You can't do anything without having a makeup artist on set. You can't do a movie premiere. You can't have a movie set. Yes, even fashion brands need makeup artists, So yeah, I feel like they are really, really underestimated, and they need to, have their own seats, have their own table and everything.
Yes. Lovely. Influence or trust?
I'll say both.
Both.
Yeah.
Okay. What's harder, growing fast or staying relevant?
Staying relevant. Yeah, staying relevant.
One lesson entrepreneurship taught you painfully.
People are not going to believe you. A lot of people are not going to believe in you. I've had so many no's in my life that would have made me say, you know what, Joel, I think this is not your calling. Maybe you should just try something else. But I mean, that's life. I met with someone when I started Beauty by AD because I didn't want to fail. I didn't want to fail because this brand, I pray she gay. Right. So at the time, our page was still on 2,000 followers. So I reached out to this PR agency, I went to her office. I went there with my charge and bill lawyer at that time. This like 10 years ago. She looked at me and said, you know what? Come back after 2 years. You're not ready.
Wow.
So she just that statement,
I can
it killed something in
imagine.
me. But I said to myself, like, you eat your words.
I'm sure she's eating it.
Very well. But I mean, we're here today.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God.
But I mean, I love her. I love her down. We're still good, but she doesn't know that that thing she said to me
Had that
stuck
impact,
with me. Yeah.
What keeps you grounded?
I think my background, where I started, where I came from, my story, right? Yeah. Anytime I remember, I'm just like, okay, you gotta stay grounded. Yeah.
If not beauty, what would you have become?
I probably would be an actress because I love to act. I think I'm a natural when it comes to acting. And what else?
Are you working on any movie
Funny
projects?
enough, no. I'm not. I'm not. Yeah, I think that would be it. But I'll definitely be in the entertainment world.
Okay. One thing every founder should stop doing.
Procrastinating. When you want to do something, just go ahead and do it. Just go ahead and do it. Stop procrastinating. I know I still have it, but like it's reducing. But we need to actually stop.
That's deep. Last but not the least, what does scaling up mean to you personally?
Okay, so personally, because I mean it's very deep. I would say scaling up to me means building a brand that's will stand the test of time, building a legacy, growth, and also the most important part is not carrying this whole business by myself. Because I mean it's a self-funding business. I've been doing this all by myself for 10 years. So I mean if I get to a point where I'm being helped, assisted, I feel like that would mean so much.
Awesome. Thank you very much for your
Thank
time.
you.
And that's all on today's episode of Scaling Up, powered by Ecobank Nigeria. A very big thank you to our guest, Diadem, as she shared some amazing truths and insightful, honest nuggets on how you can build a brand that can last. I'm sure you learned a lot, and I'm pretty sure that if you apply most of the things that you've learned, you will definitely scale up in every area and aspect of your life. I'm your host, Maima, and until the next episode, make sure you scale up.